Hi again, everybody, and welcome to Retirement SOS. I'm Ernie.
And I'm Beth.
So, Beth, you ready for my acting debut on YouTube?
Be my guest.
Okay, I'll start. To retire early or not to retire early? That is the question.
I think it's to be or not to be, but we're not here to discuss Shakespeare. We're actually here to talk about retiring early. So the traditional age of retirement is between age 64 and 67. We're going to look at 5 factors that will help you decide whether or not to retire before that.
So let's start off with finances. A lot of people check their money worthiness through the 4% rule. And it's just a general guide that tells you how much total cash you can withdraw from your portfolio so you won't run out of money in retirement. Hey, it sounds pretty good, doesn't it? But unfortunately, that rule doesn't apply these days. A combination of high inflation and low market returns means your money may not last as long as you had planned. So the question to ask yourself, can you really afford to retire and give up your weekly salary and live the life that you envisioned? And all I can say is if you're unsure about your long-term financial stability, is to check with a professional financial planner, because there are a lot of elements that have to be reviewed first.
One of the reasons people retire early is burnout, and they want to refocus on maybe their life's passion. We know someone who is very much into nature and bird watching, and he left a high-stress corporate job and took a part-time job in a nature store. So he's added to his nest egg, his retirement nest egg, as well as focusing on something that he truly enjoys.
And what he truly enjoys is bird watching. And that kind of reminds me that now that winter is here, I think we need to go to the pet store and buy some winter bird seed for the birds that stay behind. So let's look at a common scenario about retiring early. And this one involves couples who have a wide age gap between them. And actually, we're an example because I'm 9 years older than Beth. And the fact of the matter is both spouses may not be ready to retire at the same time. Now, we thought we were going to retire at the same time, but something happened. So in early 2021, Beth, you made a decision to retire, and then you seem to be content. Then in October of 2021, just after you turned age 56, you were offered a part-time job and you took it. Now here we are, 14 months later. How has that worked out for you?
It's worked out great. I wasn't necessarily ready to retire. I was laid off from a full-time position. And at that time, since Ernie was retiring, I thought maybe I am too. We were in the height of the pandemic and I just couldn't find a job. Now that I have found something and I've gone into a part-time role, it's great. I wasn't quite ready to entirely ditch the workforce, but working part-time is the best case scenario for me.
And I think one of the benefits is that it gets you away from me. You don't have to put up with me at home all the time.
A little bit of separation is always a good thing.
Here's a fact. Statistically, by retiring early, means that you're going to have longer periods of good health, physical and mental. So you got to think that the primary reason to retire early is the benefit of longer health.
True, and as part of that lifestyle, there's going to be a lot of hours to fill in the day. You're going to be young enough and energetic enough to take up a lot of new hobbies and skills. When you're working, you don't have as much time on your hands, but when you retire early, sky's the limit.
Absolutely.
You could learn a new skill, try out a bunch of different hobbies. It's a chance of a lifetime to really change your life.
Yeah, and unhindered free time is just kind of a retirement gift that keeps on giving. So it's a wonderful opportunity.
So if you're one of those individuals that has all your ducks in a row and you are able to retire early, congratulations. The caveat may be that some family, friends, coworkers may get a little suspicious and wonder, how did you do it? Just expect to have some questions.
Or here's an answer. If you don't want to really tell them anything, just say you won the lottery. I think a lot of us in our 50s and 60s think about early retirement, especially on a Sunday night or Monday morning. Unfortunately, for most of us, those hedonistic thoughts are just a pipe dream. The clock alarm goes off and reality sets in. Once again, you've got to get out of bed and get ready for work. However, if you have the means and inclination to retire early, then do so. As long as you do it right, you're going to get rid of a lot of those everyday stresses and live a longer, happier, and better life.
Unfortunately, the decision to retire early is a bit of a challenge in today's economic climate. There's definitely risk associated with it. So you really do need to have a good backup plan. But we hope we've given you some things to think about when it comes to your retirement date. So until next time,
Bye for now.